Hello? Wait, I'll check if, ano, high ba akong volume para maklaro ko ninyo, huh? So, welcome. Welcome to Leia 8, um, police planning. So, what would be your expectation with regards to police planning? So, police planning, so this entails that as a student, you already have developed a skill of a planner, an organizer, a leader, a member also. In order for you to become, um, diba, plan does not just involve a um, immediate plan. It also involves a long-term plan which is used in your department kung asa mo mabelong. So, estudyante pa lang and you already have developed skills in planning as a planner, then it is good. The management can the management or the department or your unit will appreciate kanang imuhang skill, 'di ba, na develop. So in our subject, let us practice, let us develop that skill. Pagauso na to ng imuhang skill sa pag to become a planner or as a or you have a skill in planning. So let's start with topic 1, which is the planning as a management function. So unsa man kuno ng planning? So let's define what is planning first. Management. So let's define what is management. Management di ay naa sa akong PowerPoint una. So let's first have our objectives. So at the end of the lesson, the students must have. So ma-define na ninyo ang planning. What is planning? Or what are the definitions of planning? Appreciate the importance of planning as a management function. And what's this? So use and apply planning in every course or activity. So dili man lang kay magamit na to ang planning sa panerbisyo sa pamulis. Even in our own courses of action, magamit na siya. Before ka mo mudo sa imuhang buhaton, you should have to plan ahead of time. Or you should plan it before executing para nindot ang iyahang resulta. So let's define what is management. So management is the use of people. It's defined as the use of people and other resources to accomplish objectives. This definition is applicable to all organizational structure, both profit-oriented and non-profit-oriented. So the process of management is as important to the effective functioning of any organization. Next, it involves in the creation of an environment in which people can most effectively use other resources to reach stated goals. So, appeal ka sa management. It involves the implementation of 4 basic functions which play a role in the operations of organizations. So Henry Fayol, a French management theorist and practitioner, is credited with identifying these 4 basic functions of the managerial process. Pasensya na kita sa itong background nga nag-iiro magtutuwaw, no? So please bear with me na lang, don't mind the background. Paminawa na lang ko. So what are the 4 basic functions of management? So this were formulated or identified by Henry Fayol, a French management theorist and practitioner. So management again is the use of people and other source to accomplish objectives. So management means imuhang gi manage ang tawo, gitagaan nimo siya og specific task, objectives para ma-attain na siya. That involves the creation of an environment in which people can most effectively use other resources to reach stated goals. So, importante gid kayo ang goals. So, first basic function is planning. So, planning now is defined as the process by which managers set objectives, assess the future, and develop courses of action to accomplish these objectives. So, all managers are involved in planning activities. So, all managers are involved in planning activities. So, planning means plano. So, the managers set objectives. Para sa akong gibuhat, before ko nag-start sa akong lesson, I have presented you the objectives. That is the guide kung at the end or after nimo ma-finish imong plan, na-accomplish ba nimo imong gusto nga makuha or imong gusto maabot or ma-accomplish. Okay? And assess the future. So, planning should also assess the future. Whether your plan is still can be useful 5 years from now, or imong plan naa siya gitawag og contingency plan, which not just useful today but in the long run. Okay? And develop courses of action to accomplish these objectives. So, planning, develop courses, unsay possibly nga imong buhaton or inyong buhaton to accomplish these objectives. So, syempre, sa plano, nagid siya gitawag og objectives, the goal, the aim, what are other synonymous of objectives. So, the same with that. Next, let's go with organizing. Organizing is the process of obtaining and arranging people. So, diri na musod ang staffing. I-organize na nimo ang imuhang plano. Say for example, isa ka department or isa ka unit ang imong giplan. So, this first unit A, mo ni ang imuhang gi-organize nga say mubuhat aning isa nimo ka goal or isa ka objective. Next unit, mausa ni siya. Or, muna gitawag na tuog staffing. And physical resources to carry out plans and accomplish organizational objectives. It is a continuing process in any organization. Diba sa organization, ate gitawag og head. The head is also considered the manager or the planner. And katong yang mga members or yung mga deputy, yung mga staff, mo na to, yung members, yan na tong gi-organize. Say for example, gi-organize ka again, diri sa unit for investigation. So, during sa iyang plano, apil na to ang iyang giplanan niya tanan ang under sa organization. And also, gi-divide na or gi-staffing na or gi-organize na ang courses of action para aning isa ka unit. That is staffing or considered as organizing. Next is leading. Leading is a critical activity in all organizations. So, nganong gitawag man siya nga critical? It can be defined as the act of motivating or causing people to perform certain acts intended to achieve specific objective. So, it is the art of making things happen. So, diri na, how will you lead your members or your staff para, or how will you give motivation, or how will you lead? Leading means you are a leader. So, how will you lead your staff para ma-accomplish ninyo inyong goal and objectives? Mo nang gitawag siya og critical. It's because it depends on how you atake ang ikanang imuhang kanang tao nga imong gidala. Siguro ang naiubang di man pareha ang tanang tao, na may ubang tao nga motivated sila kung naay prize at the end, or if kaybaw sila nga naay prize at the end of their action, motivated sila nga mo lihok. So depende ra gyapon na siya sa leader or ang pagdala sa or ang pag-lead sa isa ka unit, group, unsa pa uban na. Okay? Next, last is controlling. So controlling can be defined as the continual analysis and measurement of actual operations against the established standards developed during the planning process. So continual analysis and measurement of actual operations against the established standards developed during the planning process. So nagi pa gitawag ang controlling, continual analysis. So even though your plan is executed, sa tawag masituit gyapon na nimo, ma-determine gyapon nimo kung unsa pay possible lapses that if you will make the plan or if you will make another plan, makita na nimo kung unsay sayop sa kinaunhan nimo nga plano. Okay? So managers must anticipate future environmental changes that may affect operations. So syempre, ikaw as a manager, you should also anticipate the future changes nga pwede mahitabo sa imong plano during the operation. No? Dili lang kay kanimo nimong gusto mahimo. Dili man pwede kay during sa execution ana nga plano na may changes nga wala nimo na foresee. Okay? So, this might consist of changes of the environment, technological innovations, and or political disturbances in a country. So during your plan, wala nimo na anticipate nga within that year na ay hostage taking, diba? Syempre wala man kay balo, so and wala sa dimon anticipate, so ma-interrupt ang imuhang plano unta, imong mga objectives. So dapat managers must anticipate future environmental changes. Future environmental changes is out of hand, or di na siya nimo mahibaw-an, and dili pud na siya nimo silang term na matagna. Okay? So while managers can control this situation, they can plan effectively to reduce risk and prepare the organization to withstand the roller coaster ride of future uncertainty. Syempre, you are making a plan and still you are uncertain og unsa pay possible nga changes or possible interruptions nga pwede pwede mo abot sa imong plano. So as planners undertake the tasks that lie ahead, they must develop an atmosphere that permeates the entire organization, but which is managed in such a way that it is not disorienting or threatening. So planning forces managers to anticipate changes and prepare to cope with it. So isa sa hamon sa isa ka planner or sa isa ka manager is during his planning, naka-anticipate siya og possible possible changes, and naka-ready na on how to cope it or unsaon pag atubang ana nga changes. Okay? So change can often result in new opportunities. Maybe that change is a new opportunity, new markets, and a chance for growth if plans have been made to capitalize upon such change. So the planning process and its resultant plans have become increasingly sophisticated as organizations recognize that no managerial function is more important than planning. So pinaka-importante yun ang planning. It's a managerial function. So only the managers can effectively make or effectively execute or effectively plan, because it is part of their function as part of the management. Now let's define what is planning, or what are the definitions of planning. Oh wait, nadian na. So next would be, what are So there are many definitions of planning. So ato lang siyang pagsatagsaon karon. So planning can be defined as the process by which managers set objectives, assess the future, and develop courses of action designed to accomplish objectives. It also includes determining appropriate objectives and the optimum timetable for achieving them. It is a continuous function that directs the organization through a change-oriented environment in the pursuit of established objectives. It also specifies the actions needed to reach these objectives. So sa ako lang gibalik-balik, a plan should have its objective because that will be his guide or again that is his or her guide to accomplish kung unsay ang gusto nga ma-accomplish sa iyang plano. Okay? Other definitions. It deciding in advance what is to be done and how it is to be done. So experiences, good researches, and environment scanning are the basis of good planning. So without planning, individuals or organizations will not grow and succeed. So again, kung walay plano, walay direction ang isa ka organization. 'Di ba, staff, leaders of the rank and file, magdepende na sila sa ilang taas. So taas mo na ang ilang manager, for example. So kung walay plano ang manager, there is no direction as well sa atong mga staffs or sa atong rank and file. A document method by which a thing should be done. See, documented method. For this purpose, plans should be written down. So plano gyud kailangan gyud na siya isuwat. A plan, ang plan kung ibur na siyang sigig imagination, iyaw-yaw, na tendency nga malimta na nimo. Okay? Otherwise, there will be no way of establishing what is to be done. Who will do it? When to start doing the task involved, what are you doing, or who is doing what. This is what a plan establishes. So a plan should be written down. Next, so a listing of ma-end siya. Salig kay gamay ra atong PowerPoint, no? So, a listing of a course of action by a task group or groups or individuals in order to reach a certain goal. So, the plan may be implemented by an individual or groups following a predetermined course of action. So, predetermined, hibaw-an na daan because, again, of the objectives. So, a good example of a plan is the patrol plan of police station. So, isa ko na sa pinaka good example of a plan is a patrol plan of police station. So, kana ilang gitawag og patrol plan. Okay? That is an example of a good plan. Because, na-determine naman ang groups or group or individuals nga mo, unsa man, task, listing of course of action, unsay ilahang buhaton. Okay? Next, formal act or process of making a plan. So, let's go with elements of planning. So, unsa man kuno yung mga elements? Di gyud mawala ang elements, no? Sabi san asa nga subject. So, nagyapon tayo gitawag og elements of planning. So, first, naatay gitawag og goal. So, unsa man ang goal? What do you want to attain? Or, goal can be considered as objectives. What do you want to attain? What do you want your students to know? Or what do you want your students to learn after your discussion? What do you want to attain after you execute your plan? Or what do you want for the community to achieve after you execute your plan? So that is a goal or objective. Okay? Next, courses of action. How would you reach your goal? So, unsa may mga method nga imong buhaton in order for you to reach your goal. Okay? That is courses of action. Unsa imong method, unsa imong buhaton to reach your goal. So, sabotable namin kayo siya, no? Next, implementing group. Who is tasked to do the actions? Again, sa kung giingon ganang example, maybe this unit is tasked to implement this plan. Divided na. That is under sa organize. Gi-organize na nimo ang group or groups kinsa tong mo implement sa imuhang plan. Okay? Next. Resources needed. What is needed to accomplish? So resources might talks about the money, the material, the financial aid to make the plan working or to make the plan achievable. Okay? So dapat na gitawag og resources needed. You should also determine what are the resources needed before you can implement your plan. Okay? The resources again maybe lack ka og staff. So during your plan, you should also plan to hire more staff. Siguro kay dako ang imuhang span sa imong plan. Okay? So kung lacking ka og staff, so staff is also considered a resources. So kung lacking staff, you should hire, nominate, so pa uban ni mga buhaton sa mga staff or the money. Kanang financial aid in order for the plan to be executed. And materials, unsa may mga materials nga pwede gamiton in order for the plan to be implemented, to be executed, to be successful. Okay? So let's go with the importance of planning. So ngano kuno ang plano importante. Okay? Careful planning should result in the development of a blueprint describing the means to accomplish it. Again, blueprint means guide. Enumerated are the reasons why planning is considered to be a vital function of every manager. Unsa man ang vital? Unsa may vital function? Pinaka-importante nga function sa manager. Okay? First, people became more proactive, not just reactive. So, tungod kay giplano na nila ahead of time, proactive na. Naanay, prevention. At gitawag nga prevention is better than cure. Ang ana pa ka managang nga nahitabo na, why not managang kadaan sa wala pa nahitabo? Okay? Good. It is best to solve a problem before it happens. So, 'di ba? Apil na anticipate na kita nimo unsay mga pahitabo tungod kay na-imagine na nimo. So, may solve a problem before it happens. Okay? A plan which is put in place, rehearsed, and evaluated would make implementation easier. Again, planning. During the execution natin gitawag og dry run. So, before na siya i-execute gid ang plan, mag-dry run sana siya. Dry run, i-determine kung asa pa possibly na-lack ang ato ang plano. Unsay possible lapses ani nga plan. So, yeah. People became more proactive, not just reactive. Okay? So, isa na sa pinaka importante nga nung naay plano. Next, doing more with less. PNP resources are always not enough. Hence, they must be used to the fullest and with maximum impact. In this case, 1 plus 1 should equal 3 or more, or the sum of the parts should be greater than the whole. Doing more with less. The same with make your work or plan your include your plan as an efficient. Will be efficient. Okay? Bisan gamay ra imong gi-exert nga effort, but the result would be maximum. Okay? So, make your plan as will be efficient also. Okay? That is one of the importance of planning. Next, foundation of your work. A plan establishes the basis for what you are doing. Pinaka-foundation, guide, kung unsa imuhang buhaton. You will have a quiet guide or a roadmap to help you do the right thing. So in order for you to do the right thing, you should plan ahead. Good. So take for example the station patrol plan. It coordinates movements and extends police visibility in crime-prone periods. So, foundation of your work nakadetermine na ug unsa ang imuhang buhaton. Plan is the foundation of your work. Next, helps make your people become more productive. So when people know what you want to do, how you want it done, and what is expected of them, they adapt to the roles and become productive. Again, naagya po na siya masud sa katong gitawag na tuog planning. Leading, 'di ba? What imong istoryahon? What do you want your and expected, you want it done, and what is expected of them, they adapt to the roles and became productive. So kintahay sa imo nang gistorya imong plano, so mura sila naganahan sa imong plano ba. So if they can see that your plan will become is well planned or thoroughly planned, mura na sila ma-excite to do their part also. So it means if they are it means that if they are interested to do the plan, so it also because it's in their field of not just the field of interest, because they can see that the plan is thoroughly planned by you, so makita nila nga the plan was so ma-adapt nila ang imuhang pagkaganahan. So that action will make them productive also during the implementation of your plan. So they will have a mastery of their job. People know their roles and understand their value and contribution in the overall operation. Again, that also depends on how you lead your group or groups. Okay? Next, reflects your competence. So a good plan reflects your competence. Your experience and training will be reflected on the plan you make. It will establish that you have your act together. It will also compel you to sharpen your saw or to read more about delivering quality police service. A good plan is a good image builder. So if your plan is good, that also means that you are sharpen nakakaayo og sa kuan pa mao na ang hait nakakaayo ba, hanas na ka naa na nimo tanan, hands down na ang mga members nimo because of the experiences makita sa mga members or the staff or the rank and file nga your act together, that you have your act together naka sa presence of mind, you have trainings, experience, murag nabaid na kay murag hait na kakaayo bitaw. So muna siya pasabot. A good plan also reflects your competence as a planner or as a manager. Okay? Last, gives the strategic and tactical advantage. So a well-formulated and instituted plan allows the commander to make actions and decisions which have long-term impact. At the same time, it prepares the unit for contingencies needing short-term solutions. Dynamism is an essential requirement of any unit. It must be flexible and attuned to the people's will. So, a plan should be dynamic or or the persons who will execute the plan is flexible enough. Okay? Or have a positive attitude. So ba? A plan should have a long-term effect. But if there is a situation that needing short-term solutions, dapat ma-appeal na sa inyong plano. The plan should be flexible and should also cater short-term solutions. Not just long-term, but also short-term solutions. Because, again, you anticipate the possible changes of your plan. So, once you anticipate the changes of your plan, it also, unsa man, it also, it is also applicable for short-term solutions. Okay? So, the end. So, that ends our lesson about planning as a management function. So, I hope you have learned something from my discussion today, and I will see you next for our next topic. Topic 2, which is the skills needed in planning. So, see you and God bless. Bye!